does my microphone's working? Right. We should be good. It should technically say I'm live. It does. Right, so we just need to go to create. No, we don't. Where do we go? Is it live? Go live? I'm trying to get the background up for my go live. Close. Right now. Back live. Building webcam. Go. This one. Right. No, it's not made for kids. Do not restrict. Save. Right. So, ground up for my... Yep, it's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Thumbnail. We need a specific thumbnail. Where's it gone? It's in there. Boom. Thumbnail in entertainment. I'm just going to throw it in a random one. Is it live streams? Have I made a live stream? I've made a live stream. Steam, sale, gaming, video montage. True. Nope. I'm just going to set it in that one. Because why not? Tags. We'll go Unity API. Right, guys. Welcome to whomever watches this, and I hope you're having a good day. I've got my Red Bull because this is going to be a long night. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, right. So, what do we want to do? We want to change this guy. Actually, technically, what we want to be doing is we want to be changing these guys. You see these guys? These are the ML API tutorial people. And I've had a little bit of progress with Mirror. So as opposed to Mirror, God, you can tell I'm tired. So alongside learning ML API, I'm also learning Mirror. So just both of them at the same time. And what's funny is I've been I'm currently fighting off a cold. What's the funny thing is I've been reading ML API for the past 6 or 7 months and got no further with it from what you guys have seen in the tutorials. Basically, I wanted to start doing stuff that people actually wanted as opposed to what's already out there kind of thing. So like weapon selecting, item selecting, stuff like that. But for the life of me, ML API's documentation is just crappy. There is help, but it's very scarce. So I decided to make a switch to Mirror just to learn. And within an hour or so, I had weapons switching, animations, everything I had in ML API, but in Mirror working within like an hour of doing it. And what I mean by that is, you're going to hear me coughing a lot, by the way, and I do apologise for that. As you can see, there's both of them there, so if I'll host that one, you see how I'm walking about. Cool. Click on this one. Go to the client, because it's local host at the minute. You can still host within IP servers and stuff like that, so like local networks still work, so your mates can join your network. So as you can see, we've got both characters within the game, and what both characters can do is select a weapon each, which is very vital for the game. And not only can you select the weapon each, but it also shows you what weapon each character's got, and it updates it within the actual game. Could not get that working in ML API at all. Spent at least 6 months on it. That's not a joke. I genuinely tried doing this simple thing in ML API for the past 6 months. Could not do it at all. So I'll just take my clone away and open up my actual editor again. So now you see he's gone. I read a lot. I mean, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm dyslexic, so it's ridiculous how much I read, and the migraine variety I had just trying to learn ML API, and I just couldn't do it. What I do want to do is, the way I've done the whole weapon selecting for the mirror type thing is mirror deals with commands, which ML API doesn't anymore. I think the UNet did, but that's depicted now, or something like that, so you can't really use it anymore. It's the ML API or nothing type thing. And in Mirror, you can use commands, which are kind of like soft versions of RPCs. And I got it working within an hour. It was ridiculous. So we've got weapon selecting working now, and that's easy because once we've got the item we need, the way I've done it anyway is when you right click on an item, it gets the item itself, puts it into a variable, so you have that item stored within your actual character, but it's still an object of the whole game. So basically the way Mirror works, if none of you know, you cannot have more than one network transform and network identity per object. So if I was to put a network identity on the actual visuals of this sword, so like you see how it's disappeared now, it's an empty game object at the top. So if I was to put a network identity on the visuals of this, I'd get an error saying you can't have two network identities within one object, which I don't know why, but I'm guessing there's a reason for it just in the back end of it all. I haven't really read up on Mirror much. I just literally downloaded it, put it into a game, and got to coding and did exactly what I set out to do in ML API in Mirror within the first hour or two, which is ridiculous. So that's that. What was I talking about before? Can't remember. Into a game. No, can't remember. I'm too far past that anyway. Excuse me. So yeah, we're in Mirror now basically. I am going to revisit ML API just because of the way I've done this whole attach and follow type situation. So essentially what happens is when you click on a game, like a game object, say the sword for instance, it will make the sword not a parent, because once if you was to parent this sword object to your actual player object, you get an error because there's two network identities. Your main player object has got a network identity and a network transform, and the sword's also got a network identity and a network transform. It's basically so the server knows what is a network object and what's not, basically. But if you wasn't to have a network transform and a network identity on there, you wouldn't see it moving around the scene. You'd just see it. You'd see it move around your scene, but you wouldn't see it moving around other people's scene, and that's not the whole point of the game. Or multiplayer game, anyway. Well, it could be. I mean, No Man's Skies was like that at first, but for now, it's just how it is. So, yeah, what we do is, I watched a video on it, and how he explained it was it's a soft parent. So, how it goes about it is, it doesn't parent to the actual main player. All it does is, it gets the main player's positions and equals the actual game object's positions to the player's positions, and that's how you go about it. But the way he did it is, he had it so you could pick objects up as in like a box, or like any random miscellaneous object within the actual scene. But I wanted specific weapons, and I wanted them to load in a specific place, preferably the hands. So it did take a few minutes to work out, but I managed to get it done. And the way he did it is, he had a parent variable in a sync var, which ML API don't have sync vars anymore, as far as I'm aware. It's a basic script. So it's a network behavior. Obviously, we're using a mirror. So you get a public parent, which we don't actually need that no more. So I can get rid of that, because that was just basically the parent is what the sword would have been following, but we changed it to hand because that's what it needs to be. Or it needs to be out on the hand. It needs to be shifting to the hand and done, basically. So what happens is when you click on a player, an object, a weapon, for instance, it will. So if there's nothing in the hand at first, so we're just doing a simple if statement to say if there's nothing in the hand, then do this. But if there is something in the hand, then don't, basically. So what's happening is we're putting the transform dot position equaling the hand transform dot position, same with the rotation, and we're turning the kinematic of the rigid body on, just so it doesn't fall to the ground, and we're turning gravity off, just again so it don't fall to the ground, and like when you pass through a person or something like that, it doesn't interfere with them and push them about. So there is that, and what I do need to do once that happens is I need to get the game objects collider. I thought about this other day in bed while I was going over what I'm going on about. Ooh. I don't think I need that anymore. I'm just going to double check to be sure. I'm almost sure I don't need that anymore. So if I just double check that, what should happen still is when I click host and I click on the katana, for instance, and I right click on the katana. Also, I do need the parent. Right, hang on. Why is that then? Why have I done that? Let's just double check this works. I don't want to go messing up the code already before I've even started messing about with it. So, right, there we go. So the katana's parent's not actually anything. Let's just click on the sword and get the sword into our hands. This is the hand position, by the way. So the way on like the way the guy did it that I was watching, the way that the guy did it that I was watching, is he had it so it just went straight to the main player's transform, which would end up making the sword somewhere about there, where the transform is actually, where it is now. That's where the sword had spawned, which is not what we wanted. We want it to be in the hand, so it looks like we're holding it. And then once it's in the hand, what'll happen is we'll, instead of having a transform for the hand, which if I just go to my player, so you see that it says hand, and if I go to the scene, you'll see the sword spawned on the hand of the rotation as well, which is exactly what we want. But what I'm going to do is, when I've got an actual character walking about with hands and stuff, I'm going to make it so the hand is the bone. So then obviously when he's walking and he's doing all the animations and stuff, it's automatically attached to the bone, so the sword will automatically follow the hand motion, which again, it's just easier for me because obviously there's multiple swords within the game. So that's just an easy way of doing it. Instead of having it as a normal transform that it parents to, it just follows the transform of the actual bone, not an actual empty game object, which is what it's currently doing now, just because the TikTok guys haven't got hands. Oh god, that seemed a roundabout way of describing how I've gone about doing it. What I do want to try and do, actually, thinking about it, going back to it, is I want to make an actual project with ML API and see if I can actually get it working with soft parenting. I went completely weird then. I don't see why it wouldn't work, because you can do sync vars, and I'm pretty sure you can do network variables, which is the equivalent of a sync var. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure that's correct. But anyway, so what we want to be doing is we want to be putting a new character into the game. Is what I want to do, basically. So I've got this guy. This guy was from my devlogs, basically. Hey Mike. And what? You've thrown me off, Michael. What I want to do is I actually want a character. I don't want this janky looking thing, but I want to put this into the game just because I want the bones to actually. I want to know if the bones actually work. So we've got currently an idle animation. Walking, running. That's the one I want to see. So I want to see if the sword follows the hand motion. And we can do that by grabbing the actual hand bone itself. This specific bone. And soft parenting the sword to that bone itself. So what I'm going to do is, I do not know where I saved this project. So if I just click save as, copy that, go to that, click save as, oh, it took me straight to it, cool. I go to models, make a new one, call it player folder. Model. And then I'll just call it that for now. Go back in. It should bring us in. Which models, player folder, player, boop, there we go. Right, so now we have to set up the actual animations itself. Can you pop out the chat? Pop out chat, there we go. Oh, I've lost chat. Chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put chat there, just so I can read. Oh, not that. I'll put it there, just so I can read it. So what we need to do, this is not going to work. Hang on. Put you there. Right. So, idle is from, so if we just name this to idle. It's from 0, no, not 0 to 162, loop. Oh no. 0 to 162 loop. How old am I? I am 25, my guy. 25 going on 45. What are we saying? 165. This is the walking animation, which is going to, am I wrong? 213. and this one is the walking. So all we need at the minute is we need the walking, idle, and attack, just because I want to see how the attack performs. And the attack, yeah, we're not gonna do. Actually, I'll set running up. So it's 216, 216 to 251, 251. Apply attack, which is 253. To 314. Right, so if we're looping all these poses because we want them to play over. We can do that better. That seems uh, 53. Copy them, send them on. I don't know why it does that. Hang on. Right, I'll do. Is it running up? Right, I've not set the running up. That's fantastic. Two 16 to 216 to 151. 251. Right, so that's that. Walking needs to be looped as well. Right. So we'll apply them. And what we need to do is we need to make it so that the character is a... We need to get it so the character is a child of an actual empty game object. Because we need the empty game object to do all the actual stuff and not the main character itself. So what I'm going to do, just for simplistic purposes of copying and pasting, I'm going to put my main character on there because he has everything I need to copy and paste. This capsule collider, I don't know why this capsule collider is like that. I've got a capsule collider, a rigid body, and a character controller. Makes absolutely no sense, but whatever. So I'm going to call this geezer the new main underscore character. And just to be a professional, I'll put underscore on that as well. Need to move my mouse back because I cannot see my keyboard. Right. Then what we're going to do is we are going to get to the actual main model, drag him in. Now he should... I like that scale. I'm happy with that scale, to be fair. Oh. Move him up. Right, so what do we need on this guy that this guy's got? I'm just going to drag them down so I can switch between them quickly. So I need a player controller. Are you trying to share streams on Facebook groups or something like that? No, not particularly. I'm just streaming. If anyone wants to join, they can join. I haven't really shared it about. I've just put it on my community page, just telling everyone that I'm actually live streaming. So whoever wants to come and join, they can. I think it make your channel better. Yeah, it probably would, but I'm here for a smaller audience. I'm not really bothered about random people joining and giving me grief, if I'm honest with you. So we'll go to the scripts and we need a player control. Didn't end up putting one on, that's alright. Player controller. And we need a weapons handler script. And we need an animator, which makes me think that I need to set up the animations, which is what I actually have to do because I haven't got an avatar at the minute. I need a network transform, which actually network transform can go there because that's to do with the network itself. Has client authority. Yeah. I'm also going to stick a network animator on there as well, up there. And the animator itself is that one, but it's not got no animations at the minute, so we're alright with that. What else do we need? What else do we need? So just let me just... Right, so... Open up prefab. I'm just shifting everything about because it's currently muddled up and jumbled and it's making my head hurt. So you don't actually need these character controllers, character capsule colliders and anything like that, but for some reason Mirror automatically puts them on. So if you don't already have them on and set to how you want them set, Mirror will just put them on and knacker it all up. So it's best to just get it out of the way and get it done now. So what else do we need? We need... So we've got player controller, so we need nav mesh. Oh, I've got two of those. No, I don't need two of those. I need a nav mesh agent. Put that under weapons handler. We've got an animator, so we need rigid body, capsule collider, and character controller. So I'll do the rigid body first. Rigid body, capsule collider, and character controller. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set each one of them up to work. So is kinematic, use gravity, and that is it, I think. So I'm just going to set these capsule colliders up and stuff first because they do not need height. Is the height of the actual player itself. You don't need a capsule collider because the character control is already on there, but for some reason Mirror automatically puts it on and I don't know the settings to turn it off yet, so I'm just going to go with what I know. And character controller, if we move him up, make his height the same sort of thing. Cool. Right, bye. So now we've only got the main player. Actually, no, what we need to do is we need the camera. So what I need to do is I need to prefab unpack. Put the main camera there. And goodbye, main player. So camera's now there. Going back a little bit. I'm going back a little bit. So let's set everything else up as it was. So let's start here. Nav mess agent. I'm just going to automatically do these just because I may as well. There's no reason not to. Camera. That's my camera. Hand. This is the main one. So I'm going to go armature, hip. Can I just use one of those? I'm just going to use one of those. I'm going to use hand right. Yes, hand right. Indeed I am. His ball does not actually matter anymore, so we actually need to edit the character controller. Player controller, should I say, just because I don't need the is ball anymore. And if I just put is ball, I can get rid of all the code revolving around a ball, because that's not the guy anymore, it's a different person. Actually, we don't need this because that's to do with the ball situation. I'm going to leave all that for a second just because it seems to work. So the animation state, I actually need to configure the same. Right, which shouldn't be too hard, because all I need to do all I need to do is go to this one, which is my second. If you don't know what I mean by second, I mean like this is my second project open within the same project. So all I need to do is go to the TikTok anim. It's Tic-Taco, that's what I've called him. Right, and then I need to go to my main player folder models, and I need to create a animator controller, and we'll call it new. I'll just go animator. Open that bad boy up. Right. Now we need to get the animations of the actual play itself. Boom. That attack can just go on bench for now because I don't need it. Actually, no, I do need the attack. So if I make transition to this one, make transition to this one, put the attack there, make transition, make transition, make transition, make transition. So they're all set up. The running is a. Actually, I won't transition the running yet. Don't need it. So in the parameters, I need an anim state, which looks like a. Yeah, it's an integer. And then can I just get rid of that? Cool. Right. Oh, what? I've done that one wrong. Right. So I can actually get rid of that. And I can get rid of that. So I just need to walk for now. So if anim state equals 1 with no exit time, so it's going to play, then start walking. Cool. So if that equals 1, and then what happens? So if it equals 0, if anim state equals 0, it's going to go back from walking to idle. So that technically should work now. So if we just go to main character and open up the animator, apply root motion, scene, we want a new prefab of that, so we'll God, I hate having a cough. Main player, want to be changed for this main character. Delete that guy, click play. Come on. Client. We didn't set where. Bugger. So, where's weapon handler? Right. So, hand. Yeah, we did. Do we now? I could have. Wait, what? Oh, I've got to do it twice. Right, so weapon hand and camera. So I've got to set the camera up again. Boom. Current weapon is the transform, so that automatically gets it anyway. Right. There was always going to be something. It'll never. Oh, there was only one as well. Only one error. Come on. Let's see this working. I can't see no animations, can you? Don't seem to be moving. Why is that then? Curious. That should just move straight away. Let's see what this main character does and why he moves. Right, he does move. That's alright. Why is it? Because I've applied root motion? Alright. I think it's. Yeah, I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. It's because I applied root motion, which makes sense. And it's no longer getting the hand. What? We'll try something different with that hand situation. Don't really matter. The main question is, why is it not animating? Oh, hang on. No, debug speed's the same. It's just not animating. Am I missing something? That's annoying. This is what I mean by how it like sticks it to 0, 0, 0. Right. So have I done something wrong here? Because I feel like this is all set up properly. This has got no logic behind it, so it doesn't really matter. So if anim state equals 1, walk. If it doesn't, play the normal idle animation. It's not rocket science. I've done it a million times. I'm just gonna change that hand. Spine, 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 right shoulder, up, right hand, boom. Right, that should work now. Please work. It should have worked anyway, but still. Oh. Right, so it's gone to the hand. It's just not the right rotation. So we're in the right ballpark. That's cool. That's good, I suppose. Right. So now we just need to figure out why the animations are not working. And honestly, could not tell you. Let's just try that. Maybe it's because Mirror sees it different. I mean, it shouldn't, because the animations are working for... Nope. Is it because there's two animators at the same time? Right, player mat. Let's just get rid of this one. because apparently it don't like that one. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of him altogether. I'm just going to call that Misc OBJ for now because I don't need anything in there specifically. Right, models, animator. Is it? Hang on. No. That should work. That should work. So why is it not? I'm just... Right, so if I hit the floor, it should give me a debug saying floor. Let's see. Right, so it gives me floor. Oh, hang on. I know what's happening. I get why it's not doing it now. It's literally just hit me. The reason it's not doing it is because that's not got an animator on it. The animator needs to be on this thing. Nope, that's animation. Animator. That's that. So now, if I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. There we go. We're getting somewhere. It's playing the idle. And you see how the sword's moving with the actual... The sword's moving with the bone it's attached to. You see what I mean? So if I just click on that and click that and that one, I can rotate that. Well, I can't because it's mid. But yeah, you see what I mean? How it's moving with the bone, even though I've not animated the actual sword itself. That's good. We're getting somewhere. So it's not walking though, which is not what we want. So obviously, if it equals 1, start walking. If it equals 0, make it so it does walk. And to get that walking movement going, meaning it has to... So anim state equals what? So if I was to equal that to 1, for instance, just for random purposes, it should technically walk. Yeah. So you see how he's walking? This is what we need. Woo-hoo. Cool, cool. So now what we need to do is... What I am going to try, just bear with me, bear with me. So you see how the z-axis is pointing like towards his ass? We don't want that. We want the z-axis pointing towards the way he's facing, which none of them do that. So right arm, forearm, hand. So what we want to do is we want to create a empty game object. And this empty game object, we want to rotate it towards wherever we're looking at. And to be fair, it don't want to be in his hand, does it? It's his index it wants to be in part of. I don't know if this is actually going to work or not, thinking about it. It's not going to work. Let's just try. So we'll call it holdable location. Right, and we'll take that out. So for all intents and purposes, what should happen is when you click the item, it should go to the holdable location and it should face the way we want it to face, which is away from us, right? So if I click play and go to host, and yeah, we don't. I don't want to be doing it in fucking walking. Pardon me. Host. Right, so we are now idling. Holdable location. Let's see which way it's facing. Right, it's facing the right way. So technically what should happen is when I click that sword, it should just be in the right direction. Ho ho! And there we go. It's upside down, admittedly, which easy fixable. But we're getting there. We're on the right direction. We're doing stuff. We're making stuff happen. It's working to a degree. Right, so we'll go back into that. The holdable location needs to be rotated on the... Is it... Which axis am I rotating that on? Is that the Z axis on a rotation? What? So the Y axis has to be pointing up, doesn't it? So minus 90, 180. Right, so that should work. I am confident in my ability to rotate that is working. Server Katana. Ho ho ho, bad boy. Now have working this thing. So it's something to do with the code. So anim. So are we? He's playing his animations now, though, so surely it should... Am I missing something here? Is it because I've got an... Hang on. That needs to go. I don't need that on there. It's that one, innit? Animator. Anim is this one. That one. It's not going to let me go because I'm inside the prefab. Get out of the prefab. Fuck. No animator attached to... What? Game object, but script is trying to access it. What script? Is it the network animator script? Because I can't put a network animator on there, I don't think. No, because then it's going to chuck an identity in there, and that's not allowed. So I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to put that in there, that in there, that in there. Put them all to the bottom, like. Oh my god, this is the bane of my life. Just let me move the friggin' script. Oh, you're getting unpacked. You're getting unpacked, boy. Where are you? Prefab. Unpack. God. Don't you dare. Huh. Right. It don't matter. Don't matter. We move. Player. Weapon handler. Why is the nav mesh not moving over? Rigid body's not either. Neither is that. Neither is that. So I need rigid body, capsule collider, character controller. Rigid body, capsule collider, character controller. I'm getting a bit deja vu with you guys, yo. And then what's going to happen is that's going to go bye-bye. Oh, that's the radius. We don't want him chunky. Right. That is all of those. Absolutely groovalicious. Oh, we've got another 50 minutes here. And then I'm going to go and do some gaming. Switch my brain off. Do some gaming with a boy. And then, yeah. So if we get this working, I'll be happy. So essentially what should happen is network controller is the animator. Network identity, don't need that. Animator is the that guy. Client authority. Yep. Character controller. Missing nav mesh, which is there. Weapons handle. So that all should work. That all should work fine. So I'm going to delete that. Delete. And then I'm going to open a new folder called original prefab. So now he's his own shit. Right, we'll do that. And the target is this guy. Shit. I'm guessing, I don't know if it needs the rigid body or not, so I'm actually not going to give it because I don't think it does. Let's just original. Oh, do you know what? Right, get rid of you. Network, that guy. Play. Come on. Walk for me. Yes! Sword. Walk. Oh, he's got his sword in his hand and he's walking. Yes! Right. So now, I'm going to make them swords smaller because they're obnoxiously big. Right. The katana's actually quite alright, but it's this dude here. He's making my eyes water. So what's going to happen is, we're going to pop that one and grab my second gaze. Reload him. Scene view. Yep, so it's all smaller. I wonder if I can maximise both on playing and make it look normal. TikTok translator. Go away. Play. Oh yeah, that's better. Host that guy. So we'll move on. Client. Oh. Hey up. Why do I feel so giant? And then I'll grab him. Oh, hey up. Oh, that's a bit... Oh, no. We've a have-ass and some desync. Oh, no. Not desync. Why is it desync? It's desync in animation, that's why. Shit. This is problematic. Look at that floaty ass looking fucking... I'll be back in a minute. My baby crying. shit, my newborn child. Here we go again. Right, so we've got desync, which ain't good, and that's on local connection as well. What does sync interval mean? If I put that up, is it going to make any difference? Oh, I don't want it on full screen, that's so annoying. Fuck! Oh, that is not good. Why? Well, I know it's... Need to know which one's the local. This one's the local. It's like the skeleton's moving at a different pace to the actual... Maybe if I, instead of having it on... No, I need... We have it on the right hand, because now it's just literally a child object of the right hand mesh, which I don't think it's going to work. I'm going to be honest with you. It's only a location in it. Should work. Don't see why it won't. The only thing we can do is try. Models. Player folder. Models. Player free pub. Player free pub. That's not what it's called at all. Oh. Oh. I should have known. That makes no sense though, because like that's the actual object it's sent. Like the hand's moving, it's part of the hand. Why is it not moving with the hand? What if I was to make the hand the... Wait, hang on. Let me do this out of... Oh, it's not going to work. I'm in fucking prefab mode. Oh, fuck. Right. Fucking hell. Is it gonna work? No. It just shoots back to the original. Fuck! Oh, there's always summit. There is always summit. So that means... So there's our first problem. If you do it to the actual bone, it don't work. But, well, it does work. It's just mad fucking... The input lag's mad. Holdable location. Get rid of that. Go back in. So we'll go to start one. See if we can get the actual... Right, we're back where we were. I tell you what, even... Is that rotate? What is going on?
To be fair, I walked out and then turned around because I heard him come on, and then as I fucking ran back in, he's like gets teleported. So like it must have happened when Spider-Man did that whole fucking multiverse thing started coming in. Is on there, and Venom starts licking the TV like this guy. Mate, it's fucking juicy, and I'm only saying it because I mean you're a fucking Marvel nerd, so you'd have probably seen it somehow. But fucking the film's just come out today, so that's why I thought you'd not seen it. But
Right. Oh, for goodness sake. Wait, if I move... Oh, that means that's... Is that rotating more and more as I walk? Or is that... I don't think it is. I think that's just me. I've knocked that one over though. Right. So we need to somehow calculate the syncing between between oh my brain, I'm running on such low sleep. Fucking Red Bull's keeping my shit going. Right. I'm guessing that is the downside of it's the downside of using soft parenting, because you're not actually parenting it, you're just getting the object to run over the network location wise to there. So I mean, let's just do sync mode to owner. It's not going to do anything, but if anything, it probably won't even fucking animate. Yeah. Oh. Oh, is that... Fucking hell. Oh, that is frustrating as fuck. There must be a way to get it a little bit more... Oh, so the lower it is. Right, I get it. So the lower it is, that got even worse, that did. No, it didn't. Hmm. I need to change that rotation speed. That rotation speed's diabolical. I mean, it's not... The actual syncing of the transforms is not too bad. But that animation... Maybe if I take it... How can I do this? It's... Let me just try something. Because I don't want it to... I'm just going to create a script here just to test it out. So, right, what I want to do is, so I want the position of the actual bone. So, call it hand bone. And then we want the actual object itself, which is what this is going to be attached to, which is the weapon holder thing. So that don't matter. So what we can do is we can say transform dot position equals handbone dot position. Transform dot rotation rotation equals handbone dot rotation. Right, and then what we'll do is we'll take the actual hand out of here. Boom. We need that right hand, so we'll put that on there and the right hand bone in there. I'm just going to see what that does. I know it's not going to work, but it might. So obviously when I do that, I don't want it to be actually... Yeah, so it's where the character is, so it doesn't really matter anyway. So what should technically happen... I'm just going to get the rotation. I don't want the rotation. I want it to be its own rotation. Oh, pardon me. Right. Holdable. Yeah, so it needs to be the bone. For some reason, when I try and set it to the hand, it don't want to work. Which, if I set it back to the bone, it's just going to do the exact same thing. So I'm in the same position. But just for testing purposes only, what we'll do is we'll put location to hand bop. Click play. Host server. Boop. Where are you? Oh yeah, holdable locations there, look. Right, so save that out. I'm going to my test scene. Don't need any of you. Play, play, host, client, and then so E is he the host? Wait. Right, he's not the host. So what I need to do is I need to click on there. Hmm. Ooh. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Hmm. That is not. Hang on. That's. I need more walking. I think I might have done it. Right, katana is set at 0. And let's just reload that to 0. Right, what I'm gonna do is network and grab the location, and then on that go to there, make that there, boop. Delete that test follow because that obviously did not work how I wanted it to. So now the holder location is just back in its normal, obviously in its normal position. So it's not got nothing to try and follow anything else. It's just literally within the hand location itself. And then what we will do is, I've got 13 minutes to try and get this somewhat normal. So that's in the index or in there. Yes. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get out of that, click play. Actually, I don't know if I've saved that, so that. Yeah, cool. Play. Host, and I'm just going to move backwards. Client. I mean, that is not. I mean, that one is. Oh, it's because we haven't. That's why. It's because we haven't set the sword up, the intervals too much. Go back, reload, sword, 0, 0 intervals. Click play. We can refine this, by the way. I just want to get it so I know what's happening. So I'll get the katana. So he's got the katana. This guy's getting the sword. but it's not moving mad out the way anymore. It's not like, there we go. That's as good as I'm going to get it. But for some reason, it needs to be further. So if I just right, hold the position. Don't. Right, so the interpolation, that's what was knackering them up. It's good that you can set stuff so it's. I don't get why it's so it. Like even on the client side, it still phases out of its hand. Which is not what we want. We want let's try a different bone. So instead of it being attached to that one, we'll attach it to this one. Post. Pick up your sword. It's not the right one. Hang on. Don't ask me what I'm doing here. I'm just testing stuff to see if I can freeze the x-axis from actually moving. It's better. It's not clipping through the hand anymore. It's clipping through. You're not really gripping it, but we move one thing at a time. But the actual weapon grab itself, I'm happy with. It looks like it's moving with the actual character now, not like lagging behind it, which is what we need. You're not really going to be focused on other people's characters because obviously the actual main character is going to have textures and stuff, because it's just, I don't know why I said because it didn't actually make sense within that sentence. When the main character's got textures, it's not going to be as dominant on the actual sword itself, which has textures, which you obviously notice that is lagging behind. But I mean, once the actual main character's got textures and stuff, you're not even going to notice that it's lagging behind. But the big takeaway from all this is the fact that two characters can grab a weapon, and in the next video what we're going to do is we're going to be able to get the stats from the weapon they choose and plug that into some sort of combat system where the better the weapon, the better the stats, the better the damage, defense, all that majaga. But I am going to go through all that on a piece of paper on my whiteboard and try and figure out what is the best way to triangulate the combat system type thing. Just because like combat, defense and attack all need to be within the same sort of situation where like attack's not better than defense and defense is not better than defense, attack. There's something else. Range? I feel like it's a triangle. It's defense, attack. Don't know. It's gone. I hid it. I don't know. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Yeah, so in the next video what we're going to try and do is pull stats from weapons and attack people. Not people, not obviously other players, but attack enemies. Which it'll be good to code, I suppose. Because I'm not actually sure how enemies would work on mirror, but for now, we've kind of set out what we need to do. Animations and networking. They are working cohesively together to some sort of sense. I'm going to put the weapons back on this little bench thing here because that's where there was originally. This is what I created this bench for, is for the weapons to actually go on there. There is one more weapon. Katana metal sword. Is it just a plain metal sword? No, that's the one that's already out. It's the metal dagger. Yes, the metal dagger is a nice one. Yeah, so until the next video, guys, I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, do not forget to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try and stream at least once or twice a week at the most. Again, the ML API tutorials are kind of at a plateau because the documentation and stuff is just absolutely diabolical. I'm going to try and do soft parenting within ML API, but again, that's just a work in progress, so you're going to have to bear with me on that one. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the live streams, even if you are watching them after. So yeah, hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to go play a couple of games now, and I'll see you in the next one.